Yes.
We made it.
Yes. What is going on, all my Kaiju movie maniacs out there? It's your boy Preston, Phat Samurai Guy, hanging out with Lady PHATBLOOD. What is going on, everyone? Sorry for the delay. It's called technical difficulties, amongst other things, but it's all right because we made it happen. We still gonna do the damn thing and talk about this movie we enjoyed. But hey, look at all the plethora of legends, kaiju experts and legends watching right now. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Good to see all of you legends. Yes, yes. And I'm over here looking like a bum, and you're looking so radiant.
Oh, stop it. It's the lighting. It's the blinding light.
But first, before we get into it, y'all, you know we got to do the shout outs. Huge shout out to all our beloved, wonderful patrons over there on Patreon, supporting us, supporting the channel, and kicking in a little bit here and there. We really appreciate you guys. And of course, our YouTube channel members. Thank you so much. We're going to give the shout out. First up, Lady PHATBLOOD's going to do the shout outs to the patrons.
We've got capital C and capital J, CJ, Christian Mullins, Bo McCubbins, and Bella Sebastione.
Yes.
Bella Sebastian.
That's right. That's right. Shout out, name calling shout out, and I'll do the channel members. That's right. Shout out to Red Eclipse Films, baby. Adam Evans, Lone Wolf Ronin, Attila the Hun, MKF30, Heather Shrum, Tyler Shrum, Jay Skull, Gilbert Berger, Jake Hall, baby. Damo, we know who Damo is. The Entertainment Headquarters himself. Good to see you. KL, John Bonnie, and the Sumo that be sexy. Oh, yeah. Shout out to all again. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We appreciate that. And all you brand new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing from the last video. And if you want to become a channel member or support us on Patreon, hit the join button up there. Get exclusive perks, early movie reviews, early access, all that good stuff. Well, oh, okay. Now we're going to see who's here. There he is, Jake Hall. Adam, good to see you, brother. Yeah. Good to see everyone. Shin Batman, Severio, Brandon, Grimash. There we go. Altiro this legend, good to see you. Alejandro, Brandon. Oh my goodness. Who else we got here? Sebastian.
I'm seeing people from the UK. I just saw
people from the UK.
Poland checking in.
Poland. Shout out to Poland. Brandon, what's going on? Hey, Constantine, Gerardo, Uncle Baby Billy. Oh yes, yes. Good to see you. Yeah, yeah. All right. Now we just like Godzilla -1. We wanted to see it again before we did the review.
Well, full damn and well.
You guys know why.
We knew it was not. There was not a chance in hell.
If you saw our out of the theater reaction video for GXK, we explained in detail, hilarious detail.
Just look at how we wanted to see
this. We wanted to see this again before we did the spoiler review.
But just look at how late it took us to get to this video here. That's how hard it is for us to coordinate, get together, do our thing.
It's all good. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Argentina. People from around the world.
Goodness.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
United in Godzilla fandom.
That's right. Mecha Godzilla. Kill them all, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Represent that metal and kaiju connection. All right. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the intro. Sorry again about the delay. But we're going to jump right into this. Let's see here. All right. GXK, Godzilla XCOM, The New Empire. Man, what a blast we had with this one. And, we look at this. Hi from Holland.
Oh,
look at that. Shout out to Holland. That's right.
What is happening?
Yeah. There he is. There is old Kevin. There we go. Look at it. Portugal.
Jeez.
Look at that.
Look at all y'all.
Legends
look
from around the world.
All of us loving some kaiju.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and all that good stuff.
Hi from Mexico.
Hi from Mexico.
Hello, Mexico.
Shout out. Yeah.
From Greece. Are you serious?
Greece?
What is going on?
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Shout out to Greece. Yeah. Good
Love
to see everyone. Yeah. Why are we all here? Because we love us some kaiju madness.
Hi, Bangladesh.
Kaiju madness running wild. Oh yeah, running wild. And we definitely enjoyed this film. Hi from England, Manchester, England. Look at that. They're all popping up. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Plot synopsis, where we left off after VK, which we really enjoyed that one. Check our review out for that one way back in the day,
I
which
guess-
feels like a million years ago.
Lord, tell me about it. We didn't even get to see that one in the theater, and we really wanted to.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was a crazy year that year.
Costa Rica. Hi, Costa Rica. Everyone's
Shout out.
checking in. This is amazing.
Costa Rica.
So it takes place 3 years after GVK.
Right.
We get Kong kind of running things in the Hollow Earth, sort of getting chased by baddies.
Yeah.
What I really loved about Kong in this one is showing how intelligent he is, and you see him setting traps, and you got the Hollow Earth situation going on. Meanwhile, up top, you got the little girl Gia having all these weird visions and dreams, and she feels like she's starting to lose her mind.
Yeah. And
meanwhile, you got Godzilla doing his Godzillaing, and we get the clash of the two. We get the introduction to Scar King.
Yep.
He's trying to take over.
Right.
You find out he got banished in the long, far away time ago, and we have our movie. It's so simple.
Yeah.
That
Thank you guys for watching. That's our review.
Oh goodness.
But no, well said. Well said. That's the basic.
It's the bare bones, the most bare bones of it.
Yeah, basic plot. But back to the beginning, showing Kong's intelligence. I love how Hollow Earth, correct? And all you kaiju experts out there, if we get something wrong, let us know in chat, or let us know about some Easter eggs too. Because remember, we only saw this once. So let us know, and I'll put it up on screen. Okay, we have super chats and all that good stuff. I loved how he was getting. He's in his element. He's getting chased by some monsters and some monster dogs. And I love how they all thought they were bad. You know what I'm saying? They were like, we going to eat us some gorilla. We going to eat us some vanilla gorilla, right? And Kong was like, all right, hold on. Let me grab one of these motherfuckers. And he picks it up and rips it apart right in front of the pack. And he's just covered in the monster goo. I was like, that's right. That's right. That's our boy right there. And then the rest of the pack were like, oh shit, we're gonna some of them still try to get him, and then they fell to their death. But the rest of them were like, we better get the fuck out of here. I was like, that's right. That's right. That's our boy Kong there. Yeah. Little things like that I definitely did enjoy for sure. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second there, Phantom. Jamie, what's going on all the way from the UK? Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Oh Lord!
You missed all the spicy thigh grabbing, Jason. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Hey. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're catching up here. We're gonna. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Shout out to Jedi Grand Bell. Yes, $20 super chat. Thank you so much, brother, for the support. Word up. My fat samurai and Lady Fat Blood. One question. How did you both feel about seeing Godzilla, Kong, and Mothra on screen at the same time?
Well, since we're jumping the gun.
Yeah. We're going to be all over the place with this review. Fuck it.
This is one of the things that we couldn't talk about in our out of the theater reaction was that
we didn't want to spoil it.
Because, and I don't know how much the TV spots and all the short teasers and all the second, third, fourth, fifth trailers, I don't know how they dealt with spoilers.
Yeah.
But we didn't know Mothra was in this, and
I didn't even know. Which is crazy.
That was so nice being surprised going in to a movie like this, where you're introduced to the Shimo Kaiju, which is come to find out, she was a character that was going to be introduced in the Heisei era, and they scrapped her.
There's actual footage of this.
Yeah, there's test footage of her, which is like, wow, that's kind of cool. Paying tribute to things that could have been.
Yeah.
So we knew we were getting her. We knew we were getting Scar King. Tiamat didn't end up being a big deal. I don't know if we saw much of her in any of the trailers or anything like that, but she kind of got punked, and she kind of got the raw end of the deal, because basically Godzilla knew something was coming, and he's like, dude, I gotta charge up, and Tiamat, you got what I need, sweetie. Sorry, but you gotta die. And she's like, bitch, I'm just here living my best life. How dare you? And Godzilla's like, sorry, but goodbye. So yeah, she kind of got a raw deal, but yeah, when they started mentioning, when they got to the
rest in
Hollow Earth,
power, Tiamat.
when they got to the Hollow Earth, and you find out that the Iwi tribe is still there. There's like remnants of this, OG tribe. And they're like, yeah, Gia is kind of the key to resurrecting Mothra. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, what? Yeah. So, and then lo and behold, Mothra shows up, and I was kind of smiling.
Yeah. I mean, how can you not smile?
Mothra's my girl.
Yeah. How can you not smile when you see Mothra? But yeah, I mean, it gave us the feels. I mean, how can we not smile? We see all three of them together. You know what I mean? But were you concerned? All hail Mothra. Hey, Nina, what's going on, man? Good to see you. He screamed out loud when he saw Mothra. There you go. Nice. Let's see here. We are fans of Dan Stevens. Our
what? Wait a minute, come on. He's great. You introduced me to the guy, okay? And,
when
The Stranger? Was that
The Guest.
The Guest.
Which is an underrated movie. Check out The Guest.
Which he ends up being a stranger.
Same director here. Same director.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, if you guys are unaware, I interviewed Matthew Page, aka Master Ken. Restomp that groin. I interviewed him here on the channel, so make sure you check that out. But he talked about his little short stint in The Guest and working with Dan Stevens and stuff like that. But that was when we saw The Guest, we were like, "Who is this guy?" So we kind of been a fan of him, throughout his filmography. We haven't seen everything he's done, but he's a great actor. Let's be honest, when he first showed up, in the movie, when he first arrived. And he comes out of the helicopter and he starts singing, "I got you."
Okay, so Trapper, I'm gonna call him Trapper Dan. He was probably one of the most one-dimensional characters I've ever seen in a kaiju film, but Dan knew it. Dan understood the assignment.
Yeah.
And he played the hell out of that. Out of that part in terms of, I know I got nothing to work with, but I'm going to be as charismatic and silly and memorable as possible. So that was a lot of fun to see. And it's nice to see a character or an actor that kind of knows what he's in and knows to have fun with it. I feel like he had a lot of fun with this.
You could tell he had a lot of fun with the character. But let's see here. Hey, what's up, Bruce? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Love you too, man. We're gonna get to those last 20 minutes for sure, Neenan.
Yeah,
for sure. Shout out to Vegas. That's right. Shout out to Vegas, Eric. But yeah, I was kind of like, oh boy, what are we in for? But again, like you said, he was having a blast with the part, and again. It was very limited, but he was charming because it's Dan motherfucking Stevens.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I can't wait to see him in Abigail, too. If you guys have seen I don't know if Abigail's out yet, but if you guys had early access to that, let us know how Abigail was. Yeah, and they have a little bit of history.
Yeah, so
college.
So
I think it was college, right?
So Skarsgård from the previous film, what happened? Who cares?
He became a Viking.
It doesn't matter. He's not mentioned. He doesn't exist.
Did they show his picture?
I don't remember if they even showed that. Yeah. Again, we've only seen it once.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have this implied history that they keep hinting at, and it's like, okay, we're trying to give the characters a little, and that's the thing. Some of the things that I was like, I was fine with the movie trying to do. Again, you've got these characters that most of them are returning from GVK. And, as is typical with the Monsterverse characters, they're not really what's important. They're not really the focus, but they still try. They still try to give them some kind of personality.
Yeah.
We've got... Of course, we got the history with him and the Rebecca Hall character. We have a lot more focus on Gia and Rebecca Hall's character in that, she's her adopted daughter, and she's, obviously very worried about how she's not adjusting all that well. Gia's trying to do her best up top, but she keeps having these visions, and she feels like she's losing her mind. She feels like she's not of either world. And so, they were trying, and for a kaiju movie, it was fine. It was serviceable.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Everything with the humans
was good enough.
Yeah, it was as serviceable as possible. At the end of the day, though, what I really appreciated about this movie, and I think we mentioned this out of the theater, we tried not to spoil it,
right,
was that this movie has two minds. Okay.
Yeah.
This movie knows its audience, but it does a lot to respect the audience, knows what the audience wants.
That's right. That's right.
But at the same time, it also tries to take into account the people who may not necessarily be familiar with kaiju.
Right.
And so you have a lot of humans being there for the sake of simply expositing what's going on.
Yes.
And so you have the one mind that, you go off, you follow Kong, no dialogue. You see Kong doing his thing. He discovers that there's more giant apes in the Hollow Earth. When he discovers mini Kong, little baby Kong, that I thought I was going to absolutely destroy, and I hated it the first time I saw it in the trailer.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. Yeah.
But you have entire sequences with him and little Kong fighting off all these other apes. A lot's implied through Kong's expressions. He's much more expressive in this one, and especially because you don't have him signing with Gia a whole lot. You don't have all the interpretation that you got in GVK.
Yeah.
Again, this movie respects the kaiju people that know what's going on. They understand it. They get it. They don't need the humans.
Right.
But then it also has to hold the hand of the other people, like kind of the casuals. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. I mean people who aren't really familiar with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And who kind of sitting there scratching their heads going, what is with all these giant monsters doing this goofy shit,
Right.
So the movie I think the movie kind of does a little balancing act, and I think for the most part, it did a pretty good job with it.
Of course. Oh, shots fired! Shots fired! Hold on.
No, that's not shots fired. That's fact.
It's fact. Yeah, facts.
It's just
facts.
It's just it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
You're never gonna get what you want in a Transformers.
But
film.
yeah, going back to what following up what you said, she's concerned. She's a concerned mom, and Dan's like, "You're doing a good job. You're being a good mom." But it's kind of like the Godzilla in this movie is kind of like the government, and everyone's like, "All right, we kind of need them because anytime these new kaiju show up, Godzilla wakes up. He wakes up from his bed."
Right.
He wakes up. He wakes up from his bed, and he's like, "All right, He's like, "Yeah. All right, I gotta beat somebody's ass."
And can I say I never knew?
Oh, you. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I never knew I needed the imagery of Kong using the Colosseum as his bed.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Yeah, using the Colosseum as his bed like a cat. I never thought I ever needed to see that, and yet here we are, and my life is better for it.
Yes. But so there's like, hey, Godzilla's just gonna sleep. If any danger shows up, he's gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
And then we got that mutual respect thing. All right, let's see how this pans out. Let's see. They did that in the show. Yeah, go get Godzilla. Yeah, that's right. Go get Godzilla. Now things have gotten crazy because Godzilla's all of a sudden acting weird. Remember? He's like searching for more power. He's Godzilla knows. I think even Rebecca Hall's character even mentions it. Like he's leveling up.
Right.
Tiamat, poor Tiamat. But he knows there's a big threat coming. Now let's talk about the big threat. Well, first, did you laugh when that badass soldier that flew them to Hollow Earth just jobbed? Did you know he was going to get killed quickly?
Well, I mean, he wasn't.
He got killed by a tree.
He was like a generic guy at first, and then when he started rage ranting.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, he's gonna
die.
Yeah,
he's gonna be the first one dead.
That was I was like, okay, that was fine.
Yeah.
So what do you want to get to?
I like the little B movie shout outs. I don't know, it may just be me, or genre film shout outs, right? And this movie is a great movie example of a genre film, right? Our podcaster YouTube Spotify guy, the character that ends up, he's like, hey, you want help? You need to bring me to Hollow Earth with you.
Right.
From GVK. I don't know if you noticed, but he had on an Exterminator 2 t-shirt. I was like, I see what you're doing there, movie. Exterminator 2 is one of the greatest B-movie genre action vigilante movies of the 80s. And there's no reason for him to wear that shirt proudly throughout the movies. I don't know if you guys caught that. So shout out whoever's idea that was. I was like, I see what you're doing. It looked like he had like kaiju movie posters in his room too. I don't know if those are fake like kaiju movie posters or whatnot. But I was like, I see what you're doing. But yeah, let's get to Kong meeting Diddy Kong here. And going back to you saying, like, in the trailer, you were like, hate it.
Well, it's because that shot right there.
Right. We were like, oh no.
Because it instantly reminded me of the larva Godzilla in the Showa era, and especially baby Godzilla in the Heisei era. Not Godzilla Jr., baby Godzilla.
Yeah.
Instantly with those stupid big fucking eyes, and you're supposed to go, oh, look at it. Yeah, fucking Minya, hate it. Hate it. Like, it's supposed to be there to go, oh, look at it. I'm like, no, absolutely not. And for a split second, I'm like, oh god, here we go. And then instantly, so Kong is like shocked that there's this other
there's other apes.
And he's like, holy shit, I'm not alone. And at first the baby's like, the mini Diddy is like, oh, I'm so helpless. Oh, and Kong like, reaches out his hand, and then all of a sudden, and Diddy like absolutely just like goes after it, and Kong's like, bitch, what the fuck? And you have this really hilarious moment where you find out that the little guy has set up Kong.
Yeah.
And the gang's coming in to do what they do.
Yeah.
And at one point, which is probably the most hysterical part, uses itty bitty as a weapon to beat the shit out of the other guys. And I'm like, oh, did he just kill him? Unfortunately, no, he didn't. And you end up building a relationship between those two.
Oh, we were laughing our asses off.
But it was a nice touch.
Using him as a weapon, we were like, thank God.
Yeah, it was kind of a nice touch to be like, oh, okay, we're not going that route with this character. He's a little shit. He's supposed to be a little shit, and he got what he deserved.
Yeah. Oh, somebody mentioned the opening skirmish with Godzilla versus the tarantula.
Oh yeah, the Italian.
Yeah, that was cool, man. He fucked that dude up.
It's interesting that kaiju was named after a character in Greek mythology. Which is like, I see what you did there, because they're in Greece.
Yeah, nice. Oh my goodness. But then he sets him up again.
Yeah.
He sets him up again with the which led to another hilarious scene when he leads him to the water. He like gets in the water. He's like, look, hey, Kong, hey, dumb shit, water. I think you're an idiot. Water. Ooh, let's play. Kong's like,
right.
Well, I ain't drunk some water and showered in a while. Let me get in here and
get a little funky.
Yeah, a little musty.
Yeah.
And then there was the sea serpent type of attack. And I just love how he's choking Kong out, and then little Diddy runs away. He's like, "Oh, I got him!" And all of a sudden, you just see the sea serpent's head just launched and just land right next to Diddy. Oh man! And then Diddy's like, "Oh shit!" But then he's like, leads them to the lair of King Louis. We're gonna get to that, but Scar King. I don't know if it was meant to be funny, but when Scar King, he's sitting there all badass, right? He's in the shadows and the mist, and he has all the other apes, working for him, right? Because he's trying to break out. He's trying to
Oh, he's trying to take over.
Right, he's trying to take over, but he's trying to break out to where, because it was told in the story on the walls.
Right.
That he's trying to, because he was put there, so he's trying to break out. So he's trying to rule. And then when Kong shows up, and then Scar, I don't know why, I don't know if it was meant to be funny, but Scar King's swagger, like as soon as he got up out the chair and walked out, Scar King was like,
"Oh Lord!"
He's like dragging his weapon, like. I don't know why I started laughing. I was like, look at this dude. I was like, all right. He thinks he's king shit. All right, okay.
Right.
And he tries to talk shit to Kong and put Kong in his place. And Kong's like, well, fuck you, man. Fuck you, Scar King. You can go take that swagger and shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna be honest, I like the let the arm sag down, yeah. I like the whatchamacallit, I like the fight him and Kong had. And I like Scar King's look. I like the swagger, even though it was making me chuckle a little bit. But I'm gonna be honest, Scar King kind of got his ass kicked. Like first fight, he kind of got punked. And I was like, that's a little disappointing. They had this big grand entrance for him. You know, he came out, right? And I was like, oh, here we go. And then Kong kind of whooped his ass. And then that's when he had to call Ice Angrius. He had to call Shimo.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, oh, man, he got his ass kicked already.
And then you find out that Scar King is basically controlling her. He's got this little like crystal that is attached to her, you know, somehow. And he's controlling her throughout the whole film. And you can tell she doesn't want to do what she's doing.
Uses the pain.
Which that comes into play later on, of course. But yeah, so, you know, basically Scar King has to call in his backup because he's like, oh shit, I'm kind of, tooth, the replacement tooth.
Yeah.
So Kong gets his arm fucked up because of Shimo. And that's when he has to, again, go for help. And he gets the power glove, Thanos gauntlet.
Yeah.
And so that's why he ends up with that for the rest.
Now you're playing with power.
Right. So that's why he ends up with that for the rest of the film. But what was really hilarious is that Kong realizes, oh shit, I got this threat. I need help. And so he goes up top to call Godzilla for help. And Godzilla is doing his own thing. He's powering up. He's, you know, getting all his ducks in a row.
Right. Yeah.
And as soon as Godzilla realizes Kong is up top, it was so freaking hysterical because Godzilla is literally, he takes one look at Kong. Kong's just there for help. And Godzilla's like, bitch, I told you if you ever came up here again, I would whoop your ass. Immediately goes after Kong.
This is so good.
And they start scrapping, and we are treated to something I never thought I would see fully.
Yeah.
In kaiju form.
Kong pulled out a gat. I was like, what? What the fuck? Kong just said, fuck you, Zilla. I know what happened last time.
Oh.
And then Zilla's like, no, man, no, I got you.
Oh.
I got you. Let's go.
Oh, that maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we can talk about that. I don't know. But it was
fighting. They're in Egypt, right? I think it was it Egypt?
I think so.
Help us out, chat.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
It was so good.
But so we are treated to Godzilla bum rushing Kong, and Kong's like, no, it's dead. No, wait a minute. Which that alone was hysterical. Poor Kong, trying to communicate with like hellbent seeing red Godzilla, who's just like, bitch, absolutely not. And we're treated to a WWE style suplex.
Yes.
Which again,
that's why we're here.
We didn't mention when Godzilla was fighting, I think Skilla, I probably
which one is
horribly butchered that, the crab,
the spider tarantula
right,
in the beginning. Right, yeah.
Ground and pound.
Yeah, we had ground and pound, son. Let's go.
Yeah. So we get the suplex, we get this mini fight, and at this point, Mothra's been resurrected. Okay.
Yeah.
Mothra knows the assignment. Mothra knows what's going on. Mothra, she's the thinker. Godzilla is the brawn. She's the brains. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kong's kind of getting his ass whooped right now by this point with Godzilla.
I think there was more ground and pound.
Because Godzilla was just like, bitch, I told you. And all of a sudden,
yes, there's sand in Godzilla's eyes. It's great.
You know, it was one of those moments where you're like, see, this is why we enjoy both.
Yeah.
Both aspects of kaiju films, because you get shit like this, and I feel like this is the movie that completely acknowledges the Showa era. Like this is a Showa era film with today's special effects.
Yeah.
Because you get this ridiculousness, and then just as Godzilla is beating the absolute shit out of poor Kong, in steps Mothra and is like, Godzilla, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop the beatdown.
Stop it. And it was totally like a moment out of Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster.
Yeah.
Which is like basically my favorite of the Showa era.
Yeah.
Which is also a very ridiculous movie.
But it's so good. It's so much fun.
So much.
It's
so much fun.
Yeah. So Mothra's like, would you guys stop fighting? And then there was Godzilla and Rodan were like,
yeah,
well,
it was
that's what we do.
It was Larva Mothra, because Ghidorah was coming in. Larva Mothra is like, guys, we got this thing coming from space. You might want to stop. And Rodan and Godzilla are like, he started it.
Yeah. Oh, this was great too. Yeah, that was cool.
Right.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. So Mothra puts a stop to it, and it was the cutest thing ever. Was Godzilla kind of like having this moment where he sees Mothra and he's like, oh yeah, you're one of the good ones. What's up? What's up, baby? What can I do you for?
That's my home girl.
Right?
Oh shit. All right, Kong, let's go. Damn it.
Right.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, we have 101 people watching right now. You guys are amazing. Thank you for chiming in. But yeah, I couldn't find the poster where all three of them are together, but it was epic. Maybe after the movie's been out for a little bit longer, we'll get more images. It was hard to find images for this movie for some reason. But yeah, epic shot.
Yeah, which in the film, Mothra's in the middle between those two right there, which was nice because in the promotional material that I saw, they kept her out. I'm like, thank you. It's really nice to go into a film and be surprised.
Yes.
So
suplexes, ground and pound. Kong got a few good hits in there.
Right. So part of King Louie's plot is to the whole disrupt the gravity thing and get up there.
I'm just gonna be like this for the rest. I'm just gonna be like this for the rest of the stream.
Right. There's like all these portals that lead up to the surface world, and you do the thing and then boom, you find a portal and you can get up top. So at one point, all the shenanigans that he's causing, the tribe, they're trying to stave off things the best they can, but they can only do so much. And at one point, gravity gets completely disrupted, and we get a really fun Avengers style running towards each other fight when you got Shimo and Scar King, and then Godzilla and King Kong riding on the back of Godzilla. Basically catching a ride on the back of Godzilla.
Oh, hold on. This when this happened, they're running together.
Right.
Oh God.
And
our smiles became Joker smiles.
Right. And
like you said, him hopping on, and it was like natural. He's like, I'm gonna hop on Zilla's back.
Yeah.
I got any time Kong had that Zilla fin axe. Anytime he would have that on his back, I would love how Kong would hold it like this.
Right.
And just be like, all right, let's go. Who's next?
Right.
I love that throughout the movie. But yeah, when they're running together and then he jumps on his back, and then it leads to one of the greatest images in kaiju movie history. This is cinema, folks. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. This is why we're here. This is why we paid ticket. That's why we paid a ticket.
Yeah.
We all have full-time jobs, work hard, we're tired, want to just escape.
Right.
And this is what brings us to the dance. You could be a kaiju fan, you could be a casual film lover, you just want to see some monster fights, some fun, get some comedy here and there, and that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. But I loved the gravity fight was kind of dope.
Yeah,
the gravity fight was interesting, and even everybody was fighting each other, and that was unique.
Yeah,
I don't know if we've had anything like that, but the gravity fight was something different, unique, and even little Diddy Kong had his time to shine,
right.
and he had a little fight, a little skirmish on the side there. But yeah, man, this is why we're here. This is why we're here, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so that fight was a whole lot of fun, and eventually they do make their way to a point where they're back on stable ground, and they are fighting each other,
right.
in a city where everybody died. Everybody died.
I don't know why people keep hold on. Kevin said he just sent us some images. Oh, those are cool images. Yeah, I love those. Thank you, Kevin, for sending us.
Yeah, everybody died in that city. There was no time for evacuation, you know, and it was, what was it? It was, I think it was in Rio de Janeiro. I'm probably dead wrong on that, but I know I think it was Brazil.
Yeah,
Brazil, where they had the fight.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if everybody's aware of this, but Japan is the only country in these films that has an evacuation plan because of experience. They know what to do, how to do it, because they've been going through it for so long. I can't imagine any other city in the world having this level 5 kaiju threat and immediately knowing to evacuate. They all died in that city. Everybody died in that scene where they're fighting. Buildings are getting destroyed. Everything's getting knocked over. Everybody died in that city. So, you know, my only complaint about that final battle in the city was that I wanted...
Still good. I loved it, though.
I wanted Shimo to be kind of like thrown out of the loop for a little bit, and I wanted that tag team between Godzilla and Kong against Scar King.
Yeah,
I really wanted that, kind of like the Mecha Godzilla fight. I wanted more of that,
a little bit longer.
But you know, not too long into it, Shimo, they destroy the thing that, you know,
that's controlling Shimo,
and she tags in, and I'm like, I didn't have a problem with that, because she obviously had a reason to be pissed, and she had a reason to go after him too. But I really wanted that more 2-on-1 thing. Yeah, and then
we're greedy,
with the three of them. It was like, oh, he doesn't stand a chance against the three of them together. So it didn't last.
Kong whooped his ass by himself,
right.
But yeah. Still a great fight. A lot of casualties, but a lot of buildings, and you know people getting fucked up and stuff. But yeah, we're greedy. We wanted it to be a little longer, especially when Godzilla tail whips Scar King in the air, and then Kong finishes him off. We were like, oh, that was awesome. We just wanted more of that. That's all.
I wouldn't even mind in future films. I know that there's hints that Wingard wants to pay tribute to Destroya, which I'm like, good luck.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wait.
This is my guy here.
Right.
This is my guy.
Right.
All right. This is my boy here, man. Destroya.
But he said he wants to pay tribute. So what does that mean exactly? Like, do we have how many of the other, you know, Toho property rights do we have here in the States?
Right.
You know, we were lucky to get the big 4, and at this point, and I don't mind that they're trying to throw out new kaiju, because it's you know, you got to have something new every once in a while. But what kind of tribute are you going to be paying to Destroya is what I want to know. Like, are you going to try to do your own version? You know, we already know that you can have stuff from space. I would love to see in a future film where we had a Godzilla versus Megalon situation where you had 2-on-2, not necessarily 2-on-1. We've had the 2-on-1, and now we've had 3-on-1. I want to see 2 baddies team up against these 2. I would love to see that in the future.
Yeah.
So again, this movie was like peak Showa goofiness.
Yeah, I mean, Scar spit his tooth out. That was great.
Right.
Nice little callback to him making fun of Kong's tooth.
Right.
But I did hear rumors of Billante and Space Godzilla. You know, I don't have an issue with Space Godzilla, but I don't know. It's like, we don't really know. I mean, this movie was a huge success. I'm very happy. But we really don't know how many legendary pictures, Kaiju, Godzilla, Kong movies we have left. So I would say stick to your big guns. You know, bring us Destroya. You want to bring us Space Godzilla later, it's fine. But bring in Destroya. That'd be great. But maybe if we don't have the rights to Destroya, maybe we'll get a Destroya-like kaiju.
I mean,
where it's similar, but it's not called Destroya. Or they'll call him Destroya, but they'll spell it different. It'd be Destroyer.
Or they might change.
I don't know.
They might change the backstory a little bit. I mean, at this point,
Ronan's got to come back.
Yeah, at this point, it would be nice to have again a 2-on-2 situation.
Sure, of course.
You know, it's a lot of fun to see. I mean, I know Godzilla versus Megalon is not one of the best watches in terms of like overall. Like it's a hard thing to get through, like Seatopia and all that. Like, well, what are these toga wearing weirdos?
Yeah.
You know, but you had Megalon and Gigan teaming up against Godzilla and Jet Jaguar.
Yeah.
I mean, that was peak.
It was epic.
Peak nonsense. And
fight poses. Let's go.
Holding, you know, Jet Jaguar holding Gigan back, you know, holding him with his little claws so that Godzilla could do the we all know it. We all know the imagery.
Yes, the drop kick from hell.
Right.
The sliding drop kick.
I mean, come on. I mean, it's just a lot of fun.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, if you're gonna bring in Space Godzilla, do this. That would be that. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Sure. You know, it would just you know. But so let's have a little chat. Kaiju fans.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this is a pretty good time to be a Godzilla fan.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, I understand if you don't like the Monsterverse, and I understand, and we kind of talked about this,
and it's fine. It's okay.
I understand.
Yeah,
I understand liking one versus the other. I can understand that. If you don't like goofy Showa stuff, and you just like the serious stuff, I can appreciate that. And
it's all right.
Vice versa. I can appreciate that. I think -1 spoiled a lot of people. And I don't necessarily just mean kaiju fans. I mean outsiders who are aware of 54. They know Godzilla has a history, but they just outright dismiss everything. Right. I've seen people literally say, this GXK is trash. They need the guy from -1 to do the next one. And I'm okay, I get it. You don't like schlock, but the schlock exists and the schlock is fun for some of us.
Yeah.
You know,
it's part of the history.
Like dismissing GXK because it's not -1 kind of defeats the whole purpose of being a kaiju fan. And a lot of critics that probably are only vaguely aware of the Godzilla franchise as a whole and what it's gone through. They saw -1, and yes, -1 was amazing. -1 was.
We gave -1. -1 is amazing. Yeah, it was one of the best theater movie. It's probably our favorite movie from last year. I mean, we can all agree that Godzilla -1 is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kaiju guys.
Yeah, like I hope the 4K comes out.
It's amazing. We love the movie.
Yeah,
we love that movie.
Comes out, I'll be rewatching it. I wanted to see it again in the theater. We just didn't get the chance. I've listened to the score of -1 so many times. Yeah. But again, that's one half of the Godzilla franchise. You have two faces to this franchise. And not liking one face is fine, but just dismissing it as trash, but it's just not for you. Right. It's not, and I'm not just talking about the kaiju fans who
the kaiju fans know what's up.
It's like it's like the kaiju. I don't see
this is more coming from critics.
From me personally, I don't see a point. Like if somebody likes a movie that I don't like, or I like a movie that somebody else doesn't like. Yeah. I don't see a reason to get pissed off at that other person just because they don't like the movie. No. So a lot of that's been going around, and I'm like, that's not for me. I don't fall into that camp. But at the same time, the amount of critics that are comparing this to -1.
Stop.
Please.
You know what else is bad is I've come across some critics that claim they claim that their fans, they claim that they grew up with this, and they're fans of this era, but yet they hate this movie because it's not -1. Does that make any sense? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just not.
Look,
it doesn't make any sense at all.
I still say right now, this is the best time to be a kaiju fan. And hey, if you like what you like, and it's okay, you like what you like, it's all good. But hey, it's okay to love both.
Yeah,
it's okay to love both.
Yeah,
the more the merrier. Hopefully we get more movies like Godzilla -1. Hopefully we get more fun popcorn movies like GXK. You know, the more the merrier, I say.
There's so many different films in the not different, but just there's so much diversity in terms of, you know, you've got your super serious, you've got your allegory, and then you've got your goofy, and then you've got even some of the goofy films had messages. Even freaking Godzilla versus Megalon had a nuclear
message.
You did.
Hedorah.
Yeah.
Hedorah. They had a message
here called the smog monster over here. You know, it's and for the longest time in the States, Godzilla versus the smog monster was considered the worst because we called it the smog monster.
Right.
And you go and watch it and you're like, this movie's amazing.
Oh my God.
What the hell are you all on? Like, that movie was it was so much fun.
It was so much fun. I mean, the movie ended with Godzilla ripping off Hedorah's balls. He ripped off Hedorah's balls and presented them to the audience and be like, yeah, bitches, I'm the shit. This happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, I get it. If you don't like it, then that's fine.
It's fine.
But again,
it's okay.
Please don't just dismiss it as trash just because you don't like it.
Or it doesn't exist.
Yeah. You know, and I've noticed a lot of critics, they kind of tend to talk about the serious movies and they only mention -1 and 54. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know about 84?
Dude, Godzilla
did
84
you not know about,
is awesome.
Even to a degree, Tokyo SOS has a lot of heavy themes.
Yeah.
GMK.
Yes.
They took the allegory of World War II and post World War II.
Yeah.
And they put a whole new spin on that and GMK. And then did you all not know about Shin Godzilla?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't even mention that. They just mentioned the two, the original and -1. It's like, well, that kind of tells me that you're kind of tunnel visioned when it comes to what you know. And again, it's fine if you don't like one or the other.
It's fine. It's okay.
It all exists, and some of us enjoy both. Some of us love the WWE nonsense that you can get in
Godzilla did a suplex.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, man.
Yes. And it was a lot of it was a lot of fun. And I love fun. And again, -1 was my favorite movie last year. So I adored -1. This movie was a lot of fun. You can have both. You can enjoy both, or you can enjoy neither. If you enjoy neither, then don't watch these movies.
Right.
Don't bother.
Exactly.
If you saw the trailer for GXK and didn't know and didn't understand just from that first trailer's tone what you were getting into.
Right.
But if you saw that first trailer and you were like, I wonder if this is any relation to that Godzilla -1 that came out that won the Academy Award for Best Picture and Best Special Effects. And, you know, that everyone was raving about last year. You kind of, you're not, I'm not going to say you're dumb, but I'm saying you're not looking.
Right.
You're not looking. You're not paying attention.
All you need to see was them running together.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
And we'll see, whatchamacallit, what Godzilla -1 directors, the next movie, he wants to bring in kaiju fights.
Yeah.
So let's see. I want to see what the critics have to say when they start bringing in two giant monsters duking it out in the Godzilla -1 universe.
They're gonna hate it.
Let's see if they backfire. Let's see if they what is it? Bandwagon jump. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, you can enjoy both, man. It's a great time to be a kaiju movie fan. You know, there's such a long history and legacy ever since the first film. and they keep making the movies, we'll watch them. You know, well, we all have our favorite eras. We all have our favorite top 10, top 5. We may redo our list. The last time she did her list, top 10 Godzilla movie list, that was like 80 years ago on the channel. Yeah. So it's time for a new update list. Yeah. Channel members and patrons, you guys will have access. You guys will get a chance to see it first, our list first. But yeah, man, really enjoyed the film. It was a lot of fun. It's what we wanted. We got what we wanted.
Yeah.
We got what we wanted. That's all we needed.
Yeah, so. we got what we wanted. I got what I didn't know I wanted last year in -1. Okay, yeah. I didn't know anything about that movie going in.
Yeah.
And in this movie, I kind of had an idea what to expect, and I got it. So, you know, again, it's not high art. I know some people have a problem with how nimble Godzilla is, especially seeing him in -1, where he's back to being the massive, slow moving.
And that's
monster.
cool too.
And in this one, you know, he's running around like a freaking, track runner. I enjoyed it. Oh my goodness.
Lady PhatBLOOD's our Mothra.
Oh my goodness. And again, if you don't like the physics of this movie, hey, that's a valid criticism. Yeah, that's something. It's a preference that you have.
And it's okay.
And that's totally fine. Yeah. I personally, I thought it was hilarious. I think it's funny.
It's fun.
I think it's funny watching that. And again, it kind of harkens back to the Showa era, because at first Godzilla was slow moving and lumbering and very massive, and then in the second movie and even in the third movie, so Godzilla Raids Again, and then Kong versus Godzilla, we already have fast moving, ridiculous, silly looking fights. Again, it took the span of 3 movies for you have the atomic age allegory film to the third movie, Kong versus Godzilla, where Kong is shoving a tree down Godzilla's throat. in fast motion.
Eat your vegetables.
Yeah, so it's it's totally fine to have preference.
There you go, Apollo and Rocky Run. There you go.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So it's a great time to be a fan. Was there anything we missed besides loving that after Godzilla beats some ass? He's like, I'm a little tuckered.
Yeah,
I'm a little tuckered.
That's his new bed, and I love it. Yeah. I love it.
My favorite part at the end of the movie was when Godzilla and Kong went out and had beers together, and they took some selfies.
Yeah.
They took some selfies because they're bros now.
Absolutely.
They're bros now.
Yeah.
But I guess was there anything else we missed? So
we there's not a whole lot plot wise to go through. Yeah. I think the likes,
lot of action.
The likes and dislikes, they're minimal. Again, this is not a movie that I expect everybody to be on board with, and that's fine.
You know what made me smile though? Was I forgot to mention this in our out of the theater reaction. So video was when we were exiting the theater. We were walking out.
The little kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was the parents were walking, and this little boy was pumped up. He was so pumped.
Yeah.
He was so happy. He was so pumped. And he was like pointing at the GXK poster.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And then when Kong did that, and then Godzilla did this, and that, it was, it made us smile to see that, because that was us. And it's kind of still us.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Because, it brings movies like this, if you can enjoy both the popcorn side of it, the ridiculous side of it, the fun side, it brings out the inner child.
Yeah.
It takes us back to our childhood.
And I would hate to see that poor kid try to sit through -1. -1 isn't for him. One day,
soon.
maybe.
Yeah, when he gets a little older, he can watch -1.
And I would be so happy.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Greatest movie ever made if this happens.
Oh.
Greatest movie of all time in the history of cinema if this happens.
The Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dylan.
Man.
You son of a bitch.
No,
but
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's not like my favorite, and it's not like gonna be.
I think GVK.
Yeah.
inches it out,
you know,
a little.
One day we'll probably go back and watch the two back to back and see how it, you know, fares. I think
only because you get the two titans brawling a lot.
Yeah, I think this movie really gets to the point a lot quicker.
Yeah,
which is appreciated in a movie like this. This movie was, you know, not even 2 hours long, and you know, it just brisked along. It was a nice little pace.
Yeah.
But it was fun, and I appreciate that the filmmakers, you know, everybody involved kind of knew that, hey, we want to see them fight. We want to see the monsters duke it out.
Let them fight.
You know,
let's do it.
Yeah, and they were just like, okay, here you go, smash the toys. You know, it's like nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, we want to see the legends, the legendary titans on screen, on the big screen, brawling. People are still recommending this movie to us to see it in IMAX.
Oh,
I don't know if we'll be able to find it now, or 3D, or the 40X is one I want to try.
Yeah, it's not going to happen
at some point. Well, you never know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just for funsies, let's go ahead and rate the movie. And so I have started something new for the channel. Of course, it depends on the type of movie. We just watched a really great drama, period piece film starring the great Mads Mikkelsen. What was it? The
Promised Land?
The Promised Land. That type of movie doesn't get this kind of rating. This is a new thing I'm starting for the channel right now. It depends on the type of movie, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to rate the movie, and then we're going to give it another rating for entertainment value. Okay, you can't do that with The Promised Land.
Yeah,
it's not that kind of movie. All right. Mads Mikkelsen's what do you want to call it? The crowd pleaser, family fun movie of the year.
The feel good movie.
The feel good movie of the year. Still a good movie. Check it out. If you want serious drama.
It's not. It's frustrating and depressing, but in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, for this type of movie, or an amazing action film, martial arts movie, depends on the type of movie, horror film. We're gonna add a new rating, entertainment value to the channel. So remember C on our channel is average. C is average. It's all right. What are you giving the movie, and what are you giving the entertainment value? Rating.
So movie, it's a B-.
B-.
It's a B-.
Okay. Above average.
Yeah.
The movie.
For being a kaiju movie.
Yeah.
And the type of kaiju movie that it is, it's I couldn't have hoped for anything else.
Right.
For this type of movie.
All right. Now entertainment value rating.
A-.
There you go.
And only A- because I was really greedy and I wanted a little bit more from the climax.
Right. What is Samurai Guy going to give it? I'm going to give it a King Buka rating. I'm going to give the movie a B+, and I'm going to give the entertainment rating. I'm going to give that also an A- for sure. Yeah, A- for sure. There we go. Kevin's giving him. Let us know. Put your ratings in right now. I'll put it on screen really quick before we end it here. There we go. Very solid. Nice. Agreed from Stink Floyd. I love that name. Here we go. All right, B+. All right.
Drinking when you said that.
All right, there we go. All right, action A-. Yeah, for the Movie Dojo reviews, we have another rating for action as well. Yeah. Here we go. Agree with LPB, the Mothra of the channel. That's right. There you go. B-, A-. Perfect. B+, A-. Agreed. Here we go. 9.2 out of 10. Look at that. All right. B+. All right. Nice. 3 out of 5. That's still pretty good. There we go. Fun A, movie B. There we go. It's about the same. Yeah, look at that. B, A-. Nice. B across the board. Nice. A-.
Look at all you kaiju freaks.
Look, you guys are legends. B-, B. There we go. A-, B, A. There we go. B for the story. A for the action, entertainment. I love it. A-. Yeah, solid B. All right. Yeah. Oh, we're still going. A-. B and A, 6 or 7 out of 10. All right. Nice. Very well done. Guys. You guys are legends. And
they're still going. They're
still going. Oh,
shit.
Still going. All right. One more. We're going to do a couple more here, and then we'll wrap it up for today. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. Great seeing Mothra. It was a pleasant surprise. It wasn't spoiled. Now you know why sometimes we don't do 5 billion trailer reactions, because we don't want to, we want to avoid spoilers. I do more reactions than she does anyway.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jedi Grant, and thank you so much for the super chat earlier. But yeah, I talked to her about it. It's time to do a brand new either ranking. We may do a ranking per era, or we may do like a top 10 per era. Godzilla movies and all that. And if you guys are channel members and patrons, you'll have early access to that first. And hey, that's what it's all about. Having fun, man. Having a great time. There we go. Kaiju Action Maniacs United. I appreciate you guys watching, hanging out with us. Over 100 badasses watching. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, share the video, all that good stuff. Spread the Kaiju movie maniac love and the madness. Oh yeah, dig it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah. I got some special guests, some filmmakers, some martial arts legends, some blues legends. Yeah, we're doing a little bit different tomorrow, Monday. We have some blues legends showing up, talking music and blues and martial arts in action. So we're going to have more guests on the Movie Dojo podcast next week, more movie reviews on the way and all that good stuff. And love you guys. Take care. Keep watching the movies. Keep being a fan. Action. What? Horror movies. Sci-fi. Put that little sci-fi spice on it. Kaiju. All that good stuff. Martial arts. That's what it's all about. That's right. Mecha Godzilla. And we will see all you badasses on the next one. Love you guys. Take care.